Hello everybody and welcome back to Draft League. I wasn't expecting to be recording this at this moment, but my opponent said that he could do it today, so I guess we're going to be doing this near midnight. Guess we'll see how that works out. But anyway, this week we're up against Minneapolis Maushold, and they have Grimmsnarl, Cerulege, Rotom, Jagalgi, Toadschool, Gabite, Bronzor, Azumarill, Espafra, Winkleoin, and Tandemaus. Now, unlike my last two opponents, he has done a few matches, so good for some previous team building intel. As you see here, I have some intel on Game 1 and Game 2 that they have played from Weeks 1 and Week 2. Blue for Game 2, red for Game 1, and if they were mixed on the lettering, that means they're brought for both. And the numbers here are the games, if they're in, how many games they were in, and how many matches were they in. Because you can have up to 3 matches per game. So, Grimmsnarl was brought both games and was played in all 6 matches that were played. And Cerulege was brought none of the time, but I think it will be brought this week because my main threat would be Goldango, and it's super effective against Goldango. Rotom Mo was brought twice for both games, however was only used once in each game, though played a pivotal role in getting the victory for both of those games. Jagalgi was brought once and was only used once, though it could be a potential threat. Toadschool was brought once and used twice, with Spore, Ridge, Powder, and Confuse Ray. Don't know what its 4th move was, but it can be very powerful if left alone, which is why I don't plan on leaving it alone. Gabite was brought once and used twice, using Bulldoze, Earthquake, and Iron Head. I assume Eviolite, I don't think it had Life Orb. Didn't see it being used, so we don't know. Bronzor didn't get used at all, and I don't think will be used, but has some potential moves here like Gyro Ball, Hypnosis, Gravity, Endure, stuff like that could be used, but I don't predict Bronzor getting used. Azumarill was brought to both games and was used in 4 of the matches. Unfortunately, though, in Game 1, we only saw it use Aqua Jet, so I don't know what set it did use. Curiously, though, whatever set it did use, it did not require the Citrus Berry, unlike Game 2. So, that could be an issue for our team, especially our team. Espafra was brought to both games, but only used in Game 1. We saw its whole set of Lumina Crash, Dazzling Gleam, Protect, Energy Ball, and it was a Terra option, though our opponent this week didn't really make much use of Terra in previous games. Winkleoin hasn't been brought at all yet, but could have Yawn, Body Slam, Helping Hand, Protect. Pretty standard support set for a Pokemon. And we have Tandemaus, who was brought in his 2nd game, but he didn't use it at all. But it also has some support moves like Helping Hand, Baton Pass, Protect, Beat Up, Thunder Wave. So now comes the question of how do we deal with it? Well, this is my Week 3 team, and hopefully, unlike last week, we won't lose the Terra types going into the match because that was weird. But anyways, our first Pokemon is Goldango with the choice specs with Make It Rain, Shadow Ball, Dazzling Gleam, and oh, that's supposed to be Thunderbolt, not Thunder Punch. Uh-oh. I'm gonna have to change the Pokepaste, but we'll do that in a bit. With investment into Special Attack and Speed. Oh, also, he's Terra Water to potentially bait out the Cerulege, who wants to go into a Fire-type move on him. Go Terra Water, make it resist, and hopefully KO it with a Shadow Ball. Next, we have Cryogonal with the Focus Sash, with Freeze Dry, Ice Shard, Haze, and Protect. Haze and Freeze Dry are potentially for Azumarill. If it uses Belly Drum, I can Haze. And Freeze Dry is super effective against Water types. And Focus Sash so it can hang on, and Protect to deter and stall. Then we have Tauros Water with Aqua Jet, Close Combat, Terra Blast, and Raging Bull. with investment into attack, speed, and defense. And the Assault Vest to get a little bit more especially bulky. The idea behind having Terra Grass on Tauros Water is I'm predicting Toad School to come to the match, right? And if it uses Spore, Lane Tauros will be immune to it. And Terra Blast is for a Zoom if Azumarill comes to the field, because it will one-hit KO. Then we have Cacturne with Leaf Storm, Sucker Punch, Protect, and Destiny Bond with max HP, max special defense. And a Chople Berry to reduce fighting type super effective moves. And Water Absorb for a potential pivot, but I don't know if I'll use him at all. Because the point of Cacturne being on this team is to be a deterrence. I'm not expecting to use Cacturne, but by having it on there, it potentially second guess bringing Toad School for Spore, and potentially not leading with Grimmsnarl in case I lead with Cacturne, because Dark types are immune to Prankster effects. So if he does use something like Protect, Prankster Taunt, it won't work. So that Cacturne's mainly deterrence. Then Rotom Wash, we're going to be running the exact same set I've been running on him lately. So far. Leftovers, Protect, Substitute, Hydro Pump, Thunderbolt. With mixed investment on bulk and max special attack. And lastly, we're bringing Salamence with Terra Fire, Life Orb with Intimidate, Draco Meteor, Flamethrower, Earthquake, and Air Slash. With max special attack, max speed. Potentially get what we need done. So yeah, that's the team, and I will see you when we get into a match. This is a very quick rundown. I wanted to get through this really quickly. And it's also been done really quickly because I am caught off guard. I wanted to do this match right now. But anyways, I'll see you guys when we get into the match. Peace. Okay, everyone. We are ready for game 2, game of the week. So, let's see. This week, looks like I used the predictions once again. He actually did bring Bronzor. No Cerulege. I mean, not Cerulege, no... Grimmsnarl. And no Toad School. Okay, no Azumarill either. I think I go Tauros, Goldango, Rotom Wash, and Salamence. So, Spalfar I think is the biggest threat here. So, I wanna just focus that down. Ooh, okay. Life Orb on the Dragalge. With Hydro Pump. Oh, I'm in a bad spot here already. Ooh, not good, not good. I prepped this wrong. Do I Terra Grass? I don't think I do. 156, 105, 151. So I fully outspeed everything. I think I close combat and protect. He can't protect again. So I think I'm fine to Raging Bull again and do substitute. Oh, he's... Oof. Oh, he's faster. That's right, he is faster. Whoops. He's got Clear Amulet, okay. He's most likely he's gonna have Flash Fire, so 50. I'm still faster than everything, so he's minus. I don't think Leaf Storm will KO from there, so I want to do that and Draco Meteor maybe. No. Flamethrower. Oh wait, I didn't. I forgot to re-terrestrialize it. Shoot. I forgot to re-terrestrialize it. Oh, that's not good. Does he have Protect on Rotom-Mow? Probably. I need to slow down. I need to slow down. He has Protect on Dragalge. Oh, I shouldn't have Terra Fired, because now he has a super effective move on me. Do I no, I don't have I Flame... Oh, he doesn't... Do I live Hydro Pump? No. GG. Okay, that's game 1. Okay. Well, game 1 went bad for me. So, he led a Spa for Dragalge. So, Dragalge can one-hit KO with Hydro Pump, so he's spec'd for that. So, do I bring Cryogonal out first? I think I want to lead Cryogonal, Salamence, Goldengo, and have Tauros in the back. Thing is, I don't really have anything to deal with Espafra. I have Levitate, so I could just Earthquake. Do I just Earthquake? I think I just Earthquake. I did a large chunk. So I'm going last now. So he's got Trick Room on it. 105. Yeah, I'm going last. Oh, Spafra's going. Oh, no, Spafra. Oh, he went minimum speed on a Spafra. I see. Shoot. Well, Freeze Dry to Dragalge again, and I guess Draco Meteor Dragalge. Yeah. Ugh. The thing is, I'm going last all the time now. I think I'm actually gonna lose here. Yeah. My attack isn't good, so Dragalge isn't in kill range. Actually, if I do Ice Shard... Do Ice Shard Aqua Jet. Oh. $150, 51. Huh. Well, I just put myself in a bad situation. Protect and why Aqua Jet again? Aqua Jet did how much? 44. Do I? Oh, he Will-O-Wisp me. Ooh, okay, we got the Protect read. Okay. I think he'll protect Dragalge. So I wanna Ice Shard Rotom-Mow. And I think I wanna also... I think I wanna switch out actually. I didn't protect. Dang. Oh god. So this is the problem, right? I'm in a bad spot. He still has his Terra up. Terra. Yeah. He doubles up into Goldango. Yeah, I lose this game. Dang. Yeah. I can't... Yeah, there we go. GG's. So, what can we learn from this? Well, as we saw last week, doing prep work to try and counter one Pokemon does get really risky when their strategy revolves around one Pokemon. It can work out. Like last week with Palafin being a major part of the strategy going in play, prepping for Palafin is fine there. However, because I was expecting the duo of Toadschool and Grimmsnarl, I prepped a little too hard into that and didn't know what to do afterwards. Dragalge having Terra Water had me on edge the whole time. I kept expecting it to go back into Terra Water and it just didn't. And Cryogonal, while it did alright, it was able to help with getting Cerulege killed. Not even actually. Cryogonal didn't help there. Him switching in the Cerulege was not something I was expecting. I was expecting him to go for a Psychic type move on my Tauros, but instead he swapped out, which really hurt because now my Tauros was Terra Grass while he still had Cerulege in the back, which really hurt. And then he burned it, which meant it couldn't do anything. I had nothing for Rotom-Mow because my only check to that was Salamence with Flamethrower, which it could not get out on it. I started off game 2 strong, but I kind of panicked, which is something you have to be worried about when playing, is you gotta know when to calm down. I panicked way too hard during this game, and in the end it cost me. Anyways, I will see you all next week. Peace. Now, I know that I just said goodbye, but I think it would actually be very important to go over why I lost. Now, that's something very important. You need to understand why you lost when you did. So, I wanted to go over what we saw today and just see what I did wrong. So, we'll go, I wouldn't say turn by turn, but I just want to go over some important things. Now, right here with this turn 1 was a definite misplay in game 1. So, Espathra has really low HP and special defense stats at only 60 on special defense. I don't remember the HP, but the HP is also pretty low. My Goldango, if you remember, has specs on it. Choice specs. So, Choice Specs Make It Rain would have KO'd the Espathra. No problem. I didn't need to double up into it. But on top of that, I would have gotten damage onto the Dragalge. And with Tauros using Raging Bull on it, it would have KO'd. Because I believe Joseph, my opponent, said that it was max HP EVs on the Dragalge. So Make It Rain would have brought it down to about 30%, if I remember correctly, leading to a Raging Bull getting the KO, because I think that did 43% to a max HP Dragalge. Now, I did these calcs a few days ago, because if it isn't obvious enough, I am recording this on another day, now that I've cleared my head to understand where I went wrong with this game. Okay, so, turn 2. I don't think there was any problem here going for the Protect on Rotom. However, it's this next turn that's a problem. I don't read the Protect on the Dragalge, which is fine because I don't know what has Protect at this moment. Now he switches out into Ceruledge. Now, I should have realized that with Ceruledge being on the team comp, that there's a good chance that he might switch into a close combat if he knows that my Tauros has it. So a bit of misjudgment on my part, but also, if you remember correctly, I didn't do any speed investment onto my Rotom at all. Both Rotom Mow and Rotom Wash will speed tie because they both have the same speed stat. Now, you take that into account, and then you think, oh, did my opponent put any speed IVs into their Rotom? And they did. I believe they mentioned afterwards that they put 4 speed IVs and EVs into their Rotom. So that's all it took to outspeed my Rotom and get the KO. I should have been more careful here. And what's unfortunately what lost me that. Now, bringing out Salamence here, I don't think was the wrong choice. Actually, no, I only had Salamence left at this point, so it was the right choice here. I go into the Rotom Mow, which I think was the great choice there. Though I Raging Bull, I should have predicted the Protect on the Ceruledge. Now, I'm not too sure why I went for the Earthquake here. I guess I predicted the switch out. Like, if I'm honest, that should not have worked as it did because, well, I guess, thinking back on it, Rotom Mow couldn't really do much damage to Salamence. Doing the Terra here, though, was a bit of a misplay, I think, because there was no reason to Terra Fire now. I just revealed that I have Terra Fire. Flamethrower now gets the KO, but I think it would have gotten the KO anyway. Like, if we look back in there, Flamethrower did 59% to Rotom Mow. So it wouldn't have gotten the KO. But at this point, I don't think it does matter because, as we learn later, in a later match, Dragalge has Draco Meteor. So even if I didn't Terra, I would have gone KO'd by a Draco Meteor. So game 1, what lost me the game was my opening turn. If I just did the calc, I would have realized that I could take out the Espafra with a Make It Rain. And that turn 1 would have gone differently. I wasn't expecting him to have a strategy to take out Golden Goat, which I should have had because, as you know, he can see my team too. So of course he'd have something to take out Golden Goat. It was stupid of me to think that I could just bring in Golden Goat and nothing would happen. Now in game 2, let's see, with turn 1, Salamence versus Cryogonal. He protects the Earthquake, that's fine because Cryogonal doesn't get hit by it. Freeze Rai into the Dragalge. Now, looking back on it, I think I would have rather have had specs, not specs, but something. I would have rather had Ice Beam on it. Because although Freeze Rai does potentially go into Azumarill, there's no reason why I would want to have Cryogonal out against Azumarill. Because Azumarill could learn Close Combat, if I'm not mistaken, or is it... It's Close Combat or Superpower, it's one of those two. I think it's Superpower, actually. But that is a potential move that could hit Cryogonal, and I don't think it's worth having Cryogonal out against Azumarill. So I probably should have just gone with Ice Beam. More damage, chance to freeze. I think it's just a better move in this case, because Freeze Rai did not do anything for me at all. And that right there is kind of why in game 1 I focused down the Espafra. Because Espafra is a very dangerous Pokemon. It's very versatile. As you see, it gets Trick Room. It has Lumina Crash, which lowers your special defense harshly. I think if I'm not mistaken, with how low Espafra's HP and special defense is, I think if I did have Ice Beam on Cryogonal, I probably would have KO'd Espafra here, denying the Trick Room, which meant Dragalge could not X-Beam next turn and get off that unfortunate, what's it called? Draco Meteor. So yeah, game 1, I made the mistake of targeting Espafra, and in game 2, I made the mistake of not targeting Espafra. Because game 1, that Dragalge did way too much to me that I should have realized if I just played slower that he didn't know that I thought Dragalge was a threat. And if he knew that I knew Dragalge was a threat, why wouldn't he just protect on turn 1? I was expecting him to go aggressive there, but it did not pay off. I lost Salamence, and he got up the Trick Room. He does a double switch here. I Aqua Jetted into... yeah. Looking back on it, I don't think it was a good idea to go for low hit priority moves. Tauros is really bulky. But, so I think it would have survived the Lumina Crash, especially since they went Terra Grass there. If I did go for Raging Bull instead of Aqua Jet, I think we would have been in a much better situation because Ceruledge would have been knocked out. And once again, that was another case of me doubling into the Dragalge for no benefit there. If we keep going, I protect on the Cryogonal, which wasn't a bad thing but I do get Will-O-Wisp. Now, that right there is a problem I have to worry about for my next games. Tauros is an incredibly strong Pokemon, but if it gets burned, it's in a very severe disadvantage. So that's something I had to take into account. I did not take into account that Rotom has Will-O-Wisp in its moveset, and, well, my Tauros is now on the field crippled, and isn't able to do much for me for the rest of the game. So Dragalge comes back out, I switch out to Golden Go. Another situation of the wrong move. It would have been much smarter to leave Cryogonal out on, not leave Cryogonal, but leave Tauros out on the field. It could potentially take the Leaf Storm, because Leaf Storm and Thunderbolt are no longer an issue to Tauros because it now resists both of them. Well, actually, I don't think it resists electric type moves, but it's no longer super effective against it. Cryogonal is out on the field not doing much anymore. Ice Shard kind of gets priority chip damage, but I don't need chip damage at this point. I need full-on damage. If I had Ice Beam, it would have been a much better option, but instead I'm stuck using Ice Shard because that's the best shot I have at the moment. And Ice Shard is physical, unfortunately. Cryogonal's physical attack is not great. Ice Shard should be used for cleanup only. And unfortunately, I'm not doing that at the moment, which is dumb. Yeah, and then it gets hit with a Sludge Bomb, which KOs it. And Golden Go will take a Thunderbolt that does nearly half its health. So now I'm on a situation where I have Tauros back on the field, hitting an Intimidate, which does not matter because they're both special attackers. It's burned, Cryogonal left without doing anything, and Golden Go's at half health. What happened right there was me predicting him going Terra Water. However, at this point in the game, there was no reason for him to go Terra Water, so once again, that was a bad play. I should have just stuck with using Raging Bull. Raging Bull I don't think would have gotten to KO because it's burned, but it's a better option than using Terra Blast there. Shadow Ball did not get a KO, and if I'm honest, I should have just used Make It Rain. Golden Go was probably going to get targeted that turn. It was going to go down. I needed to get some damage in. Make It Rain would not, I don't think would have, actually probably could have. How much did Shadow Ball do? 55? Nah, okay. It wouldn't have gotten to KO on Rotom because it was at full health basically. but it'd bring it low. I think it had already eaten its berry. No, it used its berry this turn, so it might have gotten the KOs. Well, let's not think about that. So I am unable to get the KO on Rotom or Dragalge this turn, and Goldengo's going down. That's not a good situation to be in. You know, Espafra is low, so it would have been better for me. I don't even know what I was doing there. Like, there was no reason to go for Rotom there. Because, yeah, Dragalge has a poison type move. It's super effective against me. Yes, it potential that he could go for the Protect, and I think I was saying. I think he's gonna play it safe and use Protect there. However, it's free up against one. There's no reason to play it safe at that moment. He was, of course, going to be aggressive there. And unfortunately, that's why I lost. I was playing too many mind games in my own head, trying to outthink what he would do. But I wasn't thinking about what I would do in this situation. Because too many times, I think, it is... Let me rephrase. In this situation, your biggest threat on your field, my biggest threat was Goldengo. Tauros got absolutely destroyed by a burn. Cryogonal didn't do anything. And Salamence got destroyed by Trick Room. All of this situation was completely avoidable if, one, I knew the damage ranges, and two, if I just took a moment to relax and think about what would I do in that situation. Why would I protect on Dragalge when I have the advantage? It's just, I'm one move down, and maybe I get the predict on the opponent, but the predict doesn't do much if I'm able to outspeed and get the kill anyway. So, with all that into account, I will see you guys next week. Hopefully we can learn from this. I'll see you all later. Peace.